Hey guys, it's currently Tuesday. My goals for this week: continue working on shop stuff, get designs ready for the next collection, start reaching out to manufacturers, also work on an art journal spread, or just art in general. But I'm leaning towards the art journal because it's been a minute since I've done that and I have like 3 different things to art journal about right now, so I need to catch up. Also, I got a new little tool for the art journaling. I got this letter stamp set, and so it has the full alphabet, lowercase and uppercase, and numbers, because I have a tiny little stamp kit, but it's just uppercase letters, no numbers, no lowercase, and so I have the whole thing now. So I came across this unexpectedly because I was at the Saskatoon Farm Christmas market with Christian's parents, because they came up on the weekend. They came up Sunday and stayed overnight, and I came across this, and I just had to get it. They're individual letter stamps, so yeah, that'll be fun to use. I've got ink, so I'm ready. I'm prepared. Also at that market, I got a little travel jewelry case because I've been keeping an eye out for this exact style of case. So, yes, very cute. I do have a jewelry case that is technically a travel one, but it's quite a bit bigger than this. It's not really travel size. It's big. And originally I was using it for just jewelry at home, but then I got a different jewelry box, and so that one is just not really used for much anymore. I hold like some small hair ties and bobby pins, that kind of stuff. The tiny hair elastics. So this will be my travel jewelry case going forward. I also got this mug because I've been really obsessed with ceramics and stoneware. This one in particular, stoneware. But she's cute. It kind of looks beachy, but the guy said it was called Country Road because they're all inspired by places he's been, things he's seen. I was really drawn to the colors in general, but also the shape of this one. Very cute. I also picked up some wine because I bought some wine at the Millerville market a few weeks ago, and it was a flower wine, and I quite liked it. And I don't like all their wines because I've sampled them all, but I like their dry red because it's very similar to grape wine, and so I went back to their table and bought more of that wine. And I got a little something for my mom's stocking, which I'm not going to show. I really don't have many people to buy for Christmas this year because we're not doing the gift exchanges, and so I'm still doing my mom's stocking, and I'll buy stuff for my nieces, but that's about it. Now I have another thing to show you. Christian's parents brought this for us because it was made by a family friend that does woodworking. It is this wooden bowl here. We actually have a cutting board in our kitchen by the same person, and it's gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful, but you will never guess what this wood is from. It's from my sketchbook wooden pallets. The pallets the sketchbooks are shipped on to get to me. Christian's parents took some of the wooden pallets back to the family friend, and this is one of the things he made with it. It's so cool. Who would have thought pallet wood could look this nice? And it's even a little bit red. Look at that. So it's just so neat and feels so special that it's from my shipments, you know? Next, I'm gonna show you the artwork I was working on the weekend, because Friday and Saturday I was going hard on my next collection design, finishing up the artwork and turning it into a pattern, turning it into a big graphic with a bunch of layered elements. And I did post on Blue Sky a picture of the pattern, but I've since changed it. So this was the original pattern, and the part that bugged me was this section here, because we have 2 pens that are pretty much parallel to one another, and I was trying to tweak this section and I couldn't really make it work well. Plus I don't want too many of like the purple things next to each other, too many of the pink things. I'm trying to separate colors and shapes, and also the scissors are kind of going the same way too. So it's like 1, 2, 3 all diagonal. So I just redid it completely from scratch and brought in the pens first, the pens and pencils, to make sure they were not parallel to one another, and then added all the other elements on top. And so that ended up looking like this. So that's version 2, and that fixed the problem. It looks super cute. And then there's also the beige version, or I might just change the name to brown. I don't know. Beige, brown. That is that one, just for a more neutral option. Then we have the layered version. So this would be good for a notebook cover, things like that I can't think of off the top of my head. And there'd be a smaller version of this for some products. Smaller meaning fewer elements in it. Because for example, an enamel pin could be like 1 piece of paper with the scissors overlaid with a washi strip and a pen, or something like that. Like a very simplified version would be an enamel pin possibly. I'm also going to be bringing back Bebe in a Box for this release. But yeah, that's the cute layered look. And then we also have the beige version right there. So some products will have this design on it, some will have the pattern on it, and some will have the elements individually arranged, like for example the border of a notepad or something. I finally got libraries to work because they never worked for me, but I realized I was still on an old version of Photoshop. Despite updating Photoshop, I still had the old version pinned to my taskbar, but now I can just grab stuff and just place it into documents. It makes it so much easier. And they automatically come in as smart objects and they're named, so this is a much more efficient system compared to what I've been doing up until now. So now I'm taking all this artwork and individual elements, turning them into products, and I'm prioritizing products that are being made overseas. I need those done first. To avoid manufacturing delays, I want all the overseas stuff done before Chinese New Year, so I need to get the stuff ordered ASAP. My goal is no later than December 15th, and it's currently the 10th. I just spent a couple hours this morning doing the pencil pouch mock-ups, and they're looking pretty good. That's ready to send off to manufacturer. So every day I want to get a couple items prepped and ready to send off to manufacturer. Some of them I need to contact them first, get like a template or something, get my quotes and whatnot, but yeah, this week is going to be full of that. And then other things that are made domestically, like stickers, notepads, planner pads, what have you, those I can wait a little bit longer on because they're made domestically. I can get them a lot quicker, but right now prioritizing the overseas stuff. Now, next on the docket for today is going to be some art journaling. So I want to do this spread for the Vegas trip earlier this year. I'm just going to do 1 2-page spread because then I also have the Avril Lavigne concert, which will also be just 1 spread, and then the Mexico trip is going to be 2 or 3 spreads. So that's why I kind of want to do these other ones first. Someone made a really good point in the comments saying to do the most recent one first while it's fresh in your mind, because I could just leave some pages blank for the other ones, and I was very tempted to do that. But a 2-page spread shouldn't take me too long, so I'm gonna knock out that one first, because I'm also gonna forget the stuff that happened during these other trips too. So let's start with the Vegas trip. The first thing is, though, I need to clean this room because my surfaces are covered in stuff, and they have been for weeks. We've got stuff here, stuff here. The table where I'm going to be working on all of this is covered in crap, so I'll need this cleared off because I will then put more crap all over it. Because there's lots of bits and bobs for the art journaling. Still got a bunch of my HelloFresh cards sitting out because I've yet to bundle them into groups of 4, so they're just sitting everywhere. So yeah, that's the first thing we're going to do. Clean. I'm going to start over here because this looks like the easier spot to clean because there are fewer items. They're just big. I was thinking something feels weird right now. I think it's that the embroidery machines are not running. I'm used to having that background noise. It's so quiet, I can hear the ringing of my computer. That electronic screech coming from over there. Christian got all the witch hat embroidery done in about 3.5 days. I do have more blanks coming, but for now he's on a little break. He did fold all these for me because they come in a big double wide stack like this. And I get him to fold them like this. Oh yeah, I also have pins for him. Maybe I'll give them to him tomorrow. Let him chill for today. I'll give him the pins tomorrow. I quality checked them yesterday, and so he can pin them all on their cards and sleeve them and whatnot for me. But other than that, he doesn't really have anything to do until the blanks come in. And even then, he'll be through those quickly. Because I ordered some of the minty colored sweatshirts, and then I ordered 1 sample of a regular length black sweatshirt to see if I like it, because it should be similar to these. This is the shirt that the witch hats are being stitched onto. This is the crop shirt, just a different color. This is blue, but this is the exact sweatshirt, and they have a similar one, same brand, that is the longer length. And since I can't get any more crops in black right now, I figured why not get full length black and see. But I don't know if it's the same blank or not. It says it's a little bit more lightweight than this, which is already really lightweight, so we'll see. If I like the sample, I'll order more of them, but yeah, we don't have a lot of embroidery for Christian to do right now. Now, some of this stuff came off of that rolling foldable white rack, the one I put under the stairs. That's why all this is sitting here, because it needs to find a new home. Gotta find some shelf space over on the warehouse shelves. I mean, some of this could go under the photography table. Like that. Okay, I need to get a bigger baggie for the small baggies. I keep all the bags my washi tape comes in. They're great for small garbage cans, like bathroom garbage cans, but also for stuff like this because I'm accumulating a lot of these small bags. The ones in this bag are a little smaller, so I'll keep them in there, but the bigger ones can all go in here. Where did I put the ones from yesterday? When I was quality checking the pins, where did I put the bags? Found some on the art table, but where are the ones from yesterday? Oh, maybe that's one bag. That's all of them for now? I'm not sure. If I find more, I can add them. Okay, it's looking a lot better. I did move some stuff back over here because I just needed somewhere to put all the pin stuff so it's accessible for Christian all together and not taking up all the space on my packing station. We still got a decent amount of stuff on here, but some of this is stuff I'm gonna need right away, like the stuff down here. And then over on this side, this is all cleared off, so it's looking pretty good. So first order of business, we're gonna gather up some photos, edit them to brighten them if needed, and then print them off with the Canon. Thank goodness for the vlog because there's a lot of stuff I forgot. So I was making a list of some of the things I want to include in the spread, and then which things are going to be printed photos versus drawn versus written. I mean, like there'll be some writing related to these things, but some things are going to be written only. There's going to be no visuals associated with it. And now I need to figure out color scheme and how I'm doing these, because I kind of want the written parts to be separated out from everything else, either in like a little cloud bubble or maybe like interesting little layered shapes. I don't know what I'm doing here. That could be layered paper or something, and then it's like written. I'm not sure, but something to separate it from everything else a little bit. So I've got my pictures and screenshots from the vlog, because I didn't take that many pictures during the trip. So the bingo, wait, where's the bingo picture? Oh, that one. This was an actual photo. This was a snap we sent to our family. I just screenshot it, and then the rest came from the vlog. And then the MILF Manor thing was from Google Images. Same with this sunset station photo. I'm not going to print the Dark Souls one or the shoe, because those ended up being in the draw column. But I'll print off the rest. Wait, how many is that? Because I do 4 per card. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'd have 2 empty spots on the card. And I have 2, maybe I should also print those off. That's a lot of photos though for a single spread. Or I print 2 of them bigger, which is also an option. But again, it's taking up space on the spread, so I'm unsure. Why is it making me redo all of this? Okay, what is it? This is postcard. Did they update the app here? This is different. So doing the collage, but it's making me pick the photos before I pick the layout. That's so weird. No, the app was good before. Oh, here we go. You select a photo and then you can select your layout. So this is what I've been doing. I want to scale up without rotating. I kind of want to be able to see the UI in this, so maybe I will do that. Because we could crop closer to the characters, but I want to see that Dark Souls UI. At least that. We can crop off the souls in the corner. Maybe we'll do that. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's turn this on. Hello. Maybe this is not plugged in the back. Oh, it is. Okay. Scared me there. It is so cold down here. Ah! I'm freezing. I think I need to put the paper in before I do that. So this has some ink cartridges and the paper. Oh, the cutie. Close that. Clip it in. I have another printer coming like this that I got on a Kickstarter. It's the Lean Pix Cut. It prints photos exactly like this, but also can cut them out. So it's got sticker paper and you can make sticker sheets and whatever. So you can just easily make stickers on the fly for your art journaling. So instead of having a separate printer and then like a Cricut or a Silhouette, it's all in one and it's just small like this. So that should be coming early next year, probably in January. We'll see. So I'm excited for that. So let's click print on here. Oh, ink cassette is empty. Okay. I wondered if it would be because it's the ink cassette that came with the printer and it came with maybe 5 sheets of photo paper, but it just seems wasteful to make a cartridge that only lasts for 5 sheets. Watch out. And there we have it. There's the first sheet. And then I can cut these. Okay, I'm gonna go for a double cut. Oh, I really don't want to cut off that M on MILF. Okay, perfect. I think my cut almost was perfectly centered. I don't think I need a second trim on that. I will need a trim over here on the white. And I don't mind cutting both, so let's do that. Now should I aim for complete center on this too? No, we'll go double cut. So like that, and like that. Same with this one. We'll do the double cut. This thing's nice because it lets you trim off super skinny pieces easily, whereas I feel like with my guillotine it's a little harder to do that. I haven't actually seen the final episode of MILF Manor 2 because we watched some episodes when I was visiting my sister, but not all the episodes had aired. So then we were watching them together online after I was back home. We just time it so we play the episode at the same time. But we never watched the final episode. So I should do that. Season 1 was awful. Season 2 was kind of actually entertaining. Although I'm still a little bothered. One of the MILFs was named Jamie, spelled the same way as my mom's name, which I never see anywhere. She didn't tell me she was going on MILF Manor. The next layout is ready, so let's print. The color feels slightly off on these ones. It feels a bit yellow. I know the color's not going to look the same as the screen, but that's so much more yellow. Look at the plate the sushi is on, and that's completely different. The first one's printed out fine, I think. Maybe it's less apparent on these prints. I'm trying again with this photo optimizer setting off, so it's not adjusting anything. Honestly, it looks pretty much the same. I did tweak a couple color settings on these two photos, and I swapped out the corner photo for this printout. For the bingo photo, the first printout might actually be the better one. Maybe having optimization on was a good thing. It just looks a little more vibrant. But in general, these just feel a bit dull. Like, the suitcase should be pretty bright. Well, whatever. We got those. I have 2 more photos to do. Oh, you know what? I now wish I swapped out the bingy photo on the second one because then I would have had all the photos. Because right now I'm only missing one picture because I swapped out one. Like I could still use this one. I can use this one. And I only need one more, but I don't want to print out a whole sheet for it. Which one are you missing? Oh, the love letter picture. I don't know if I need to print that one out. It's not very exciting and I can just illustrate something for that. Although I kind of like seeing the table a bit in the cards. It's bringing back the memories, that screenshot. The late night love letter and drinking. What I could do is grab some of the Avril Lavigne photos and print those. Because I think I did that for one photo last time. I think I printed one Avril photo. I should find that and see. There's something on this one. Or is it like that in the photo? There's like a big dot on my hair. What is that? Was it an imperfection of the photo paper or the printout? Or was that in the actual photo? It's not in the photo. Maybe we'll reprint that one. If we have to print out another sheet anyway, we can reprint that. So this is the Avril photo I have printed off. There was another one I had saved to my phone at the same time, but I mustn't have printed it because I don't have a copy of it. But yeah, I got that one and that one from the concert. So this is the next printout. We have this one. This was taken in the mirror at Island Sushi. And then this was at Boulder Beach. And I wish we got more photos of us. Those are the only 2 I have. Dark Souls gameplay on Switch. MILF Manor 2. The Mario Party game. This says Waluigi won. This is just a mini game, but that was Anthony. He also won the whole thing. And then Sunset Station, that's where we played bingo. That's also at Island Sushi. And then here's the kitties checking out my suitcase when I first arrived. Me at bingo. Oh, that's blurry. Me at bingo. There we go. And playing Love Letter. Okay, I'm now going to look through some stickers and see what I might want to include. I don't have the whole sticker binder out yet, but I do have this. Okay, Pizza Cat could work because we got pizza before we went to watch Nausicaa, so that could be used for that. Oh my gosh, we have sushi for Island Sushi. I'm already seeing it. Yes, yes. This could be good for Vegas if we went to like a magic show or something. It wasn't really Vegas. It's a Henderson trip technically, which is probably what I'm going to write in the book. I'm not going to write Vegas. I'm going to write Henderson, which is part of the Metro Vegas area, but like that's where we spent pretty much all our time. There's a little sun tarot card that could technically go well with the Sunset Station. Burgers. We did eat at White Castle, although I wasn't going to put that in this spread, but it's an option. It's an option. Food. These could go well, actually, because I was going to make a little blurb about Panera, because my sister had the Sip Club, and so we went to Panera 2 or 3 times to get free drinks, and then one time I had a little discounted snack. So many of these apply to this trip. It's insane. This is the Joy Sand one, by the way. Joy Sand sticker book. Oh my god. Some of these could be good with the Batman biting my shoe thing, because this says, I know who the killer is. It could be that, or even just the shocked face, a knife. That would be funny for that moment. Sea critters, probably not relevant for this particular one. Maybe for Mexico. The cat faces, yeah. I could use one of those. There's Batman right there. I could even color on it with some orange paint marker, acrylic marker, to make it look like a Rena. Because I'll be drawing Batman for the shoe biting, so maybe we need a Rena. Fight me. That could go well with Mario Party. Oh, more Batman. Okay, that's exciting. There's a lot in this book specifically that work. Now let's look at the big boy. I like the Joy Sand sticker book because they're a bunch of small ones. They're great for the art journal pages. A lot of the ones I have in here are big. Oh, for the gaming sesh, maybe a video game sticker? Let's pull that out. These could be Batman and Rena. There's so many cat stickers to choose from. A paw print is a possibility. I'll take it out just in case. Wait, what is on these? These are more dog specific, but some of them could apply to kitties, maybe. Well, maybe not. Wild Thing, maybe. Her cats are crazy. Bad to the bone. You know, maybe I will keep that out. Bad to the bone could be good for the shoe biting thing. Oh, wrong Ghibli movies, because we went and watched Nausicaa in theaters with the Japanese dub. Although that's one I plan to illustrate anyway, so we don't necessarily need a sticker to match that. I'm now wondering how I'm going to fit all of this on a single 2-page spread. We'll just make it jam-packed. I could use a My Melody sticker for the Mexico thing because I got the My Melody mug. The like tumbler coffee mug kind of thing. Travel mug. Okay. Okay. So I'm using every second page in here because then I can maybe just glue them together or something. That way I can use Copic markers freely without worrying about the bleed through on the back. So, that's what we had before for the Palm Springs trip. So my art journaling is mostly art and photos with a little bit of journaling. That's the way I plan to do it. And we had this. I love this page. Favorite page. This one's probably because the big text block is just not that exciting. So then we'll skip this spread and jump to this. Hey, I get up for 2 seconds to change out the camera battery and someone steals my spot. Thief! Thief! Your Honor, she is innocent. That's fine. I'll just stand for this next part, I guess. So the name I might put across the middle here, like Henderson in the middle. And let's start laying out some stuff. So things like this could be overlapped because it was the same event. Oh gosh, we're not gonna room for all of these. Something I might do sometimes when I have a ton of photos is just do a big photo collage on one page. I'll probably be doing that for Mexico. Possibly even a 2-page photo. But, Oh wait, whatever, why are you in here? Oh, no wonder it feels like I have so many. Duh. There we go. I kind of want the games clustered. So like Love Letter, Dark Souls, and Mario Party. Oh gosh, these are big. We're not gonna have room. Because the only reason I was going to include this in this vlog is because it's one spread. If it becomes 2 spreads, it's going to have to be its own separate video. I know they upload separately on like a Tuesday. Need to save room for the Henderson text. I mean, I could draw less stuff in this spread if I want to. These two go together. Maybe we'll split these like that. Oh gosh, that feels like the whole spread. Leave room for the Henderson text. Because then what's on my illustration list? The Dark Souls on Switch. Like I was going to draw a little Nintendo Switch, which I probably could still cram in there, but that doesn't need to be there. Then Nausicaa could fit here. The Batman shoe. We could get rid of MILF Manor. I can just write MILF Manor. It doesn't have to be a photo in here. Although it's fun seeing the women, because then it's bringing back more of the memories. So it could be more like this. The photos are almost framing the outside. And then there's Batman shoe incident, Nausicaa, Henderson title. But then where am I going to fit the writings? Oh, maybe it should be an extra spread. Really, I just need one more page. I don't need it to be a second spread, but that's the way I want to do these, is I don't want 3 pages, because then there's like a lone one. I mean, yeah, because Avril's going to be a 2-page spread. Avril for sure does not need to be more than that. Okay, I was looking through my phone to see what I was doing between the Vegas trip and Avril. And there was the trip to the lake to visit my mom and stepdad. And so I could do a single page of that. Either single or 3-page. But I don't think there's enough to do 3-page. Well, I guess because I also went to Gravelburg. Maybe I could. Really, that one needs 1 lake page, 1 farm page. But other things I can do when I have an extra page like this is just do like a cat spread. Here's cute pictures of Kiki and Midna. But yeah, I totally forgot about the lake, and I kind of want to put that in there. My to-do list keeps growing for this. I gotta do a lot of spreads. I gotta catch up. So earlier I was talking about ordering sweatshirt blanks, including 1 sample sweatshirt. I ordered something else with that order, and it was this. And it was just delivered alone. So it's a 3-color tote. Cute, cute. I thought this might be good for the witch hat embroidery, the green one specifically, right here in the middle. So I ordered one as a little tester, and I quite like it. I feel like my only gripe is that it doesn't have the reinforced handles with the X seam right there. It's just like up here and here without the X in the middle. So they're probably not good for super heavy things, but it's a cute tote. I like that, and it would match the colors of the witch hat well. Unfortunately, there was not a color combo that would match the pink one, but this at least goes well with the green, because I have more of the green thread. I mean, I don't know how much will be left after we get in more sweatshirts, but I'm trying to use up that extra thread, right? And there's still so much of it left, so this is an option. I'm decked out in blanks between the bag and the sweatshirt. So as a refresher, those are the colors for the witch hat on the black blanks. So imagine that on this. It's now Wednesday. After the last clips you saw, Christian called me up for supper, and then I decided to just stay upstairs. I didn't feel like coming back down, but I was feeling creative because I still have that Bulbasaur card inspired art in mind, and so I started some sketching and planning for that because I know the vibe I want, but I needed like a subject matter. Like, yeah, I want lots of plants and stuff, outdoorsy, forest-like, but what else? Okay. My iPad screen keeps flipping 180 degrees. Stop! I'm just trying to lay it flat in my lap. So this is what I came up with. So here's the thumbnail at first. It was supposed to be a bunny and a cat. I know it kind of looks like a fox. Even Christian asked me, he's like, is that a fox or a raccoon? And I said, it's a cat. Then I thought, what if it's a mouse instead of a cat? So I just copy pasted it and switched it out for a mouse. Copy paste again and switched out how the bunny was drawn along with the mouse. So instead of them being like a front view, have it so they're a little bit more side view, cuddling. So they're under like a little, I don't know, so that's like their little burrow almost. It's not underground, but it's just a pile of leaves and sticks and flowers and stuff. And that's their little home. And surrounding it, we have an apple tree, a lemon tree, some flowers that are kind of like tulips, along with other flowers. Just a lot of plant detail. And I started adding some color and it was not going well. It was really a mess and I needed to figure out the values. So I went to grayscale and did this one. So it could be like a dark background so that the leaves really pop and then maybe their little hut pops. And then I did a tweaked version where the area behind that is actually lit up light and the leaves on the top are darker and kind of dark all around. And then there's light hitting from this side, so you get the light streaks and it's lighting up this side of their little hut. And then redid the color with my new values in mind. And so this was the finished result for the thumbnailing. So that's the planning, but this I want to do in marker, traditionally on paper, like either mixed media paper or my cardstock. So that's the art planning. I want the coloring style to look like this. So these were the studies from that Bulbasaur art card. I did this in Copic with a little bit of pencil for the outlines, but it's mostly Copic marker. That's the coloring style I want to go for. Lots of like little dots and things, bluish tones in the background, some peachy tones on the greenery, stuff like that. That's the look I'm going to go for. So now I'm being torn in two directions creatively. We've got this to work on and we've got the art journal. Although I am going to work on the art journal today. That's the plan because I've been building up towards that this whole vlog and I just do need to get caught up on that. But this will be my next big full color illustration. So far today I've been doing some vlog editing, like 3 hours worth. And when I was flipping through this, I flipped right past the Mario stickers. That'd be so great for the gaming section. The Bowser's a bit big, but we can go with this Mario. Maybe, if he'll fit. We do have these as well, so we'll see, we'll see. Okay, the rest of this vlog is the art journaling portion. So if you don't want to watch this, you can close the video, skip to the end, or if you like to hear me talk, stick around. I'm going to try to voice over as much as this is possible, although it's about 17 minutes. So there might be some areas where I have to just leave a little bit of music when I don't know what to say. But I'm starting off by grabbing all my stickers. So I don't have any kind of sticker book that has removable backing, but then I thought, well, I have big sticker label rolls and I can just grab some of that, especially because Christian was just folding some boxes. So we had, you know, those big Baylee J stickers. The backing from that is what I was putting all the stickers on, although some of them were not sticking too well. And as I was working on this, the stickers kept falling off the backing because I would like stack stuff near them or on them. But, you know, if I just put it somewhere safe, it would work. So I grabbed most of the stickers I wanted to use. I am just realizing now I did not use the paw print stickers. I mean, I could always add one in if there's a spot for it. But because I have that Joy Sand sticker book, it's kind of easy to just take out the ones I want to use so I remember to leave space for them. So that's why I did that. And then I started with the Henderson text centered down the middle, which means one of the letters has to be right on the seam of the book, which is a bit interesting. I used a brown Copic multiliner for that, and then to get in the crack, I just used a skinnier version of the multiliner. And then doing the dates with my stamps, which is what I wanted to do on the Palm Springs spread, but I didn't have numbers. I only had letters, so I couldn't do it. But this time I got to stamp, and I didn't have the ink color I wanted because I only have, I think, green and a bright pink, and so I wanted something that matches the planned color scheme of this. So I was like, why not just use my Copic marker, because I was planning on using some R22, which is kind of a salmon pinkish reddish color, but it wasn't stamping very dark, and so I was using R24 to stamp, which is the darker red. Well, not dark red, but like it's more red than the R22. It's the color you see me using on the letters right now. And I'm coloring this in and I'm like, this is looking, it's giving fast food. It's giving McDonald's, and realized I was using that darker red color to fill in the letters when I was supposed to be using the salmon pink color. And so I had 2 red letters left to color in when I realized it, but I was like, well, I guess finish coloring them in because I want the letters to all look the same, you know? It doesn't matter if it's not quite the right shade of pink as long as they look consistent. And I tried lightening it with the Copic colorless blender, but it just wasn't lifting enough of the color because I lifted the color and then it looked splotchy, of course, so I went back over it with the proper R22 marker, but it just looked the same as it did before. And so I left it for a little bit. But then when I was cutting out some paper later, the paper was more of a salmon, and that's when I decided, you know what, I am going to use an acrylic marker to color over these because I was considering it, but I didn't have the right shade of pink for it. I have like a regular pink, but not a really salmony pink. There's one that's close though, so close. And I was like, you know what, let's just do it. Let's color with that over the letters. So I did change that. And then here, arranging the photos, it was tough because I have 6 photos. You'd think do 3 on each page, but 2 of them are sets of 2, and the one of the cats sniffing the suitcase and then us on the beach, I really wanted those on page 1 because those were, you know, pictures from the beginning of the trip. Not that everything has to be in order, but I just really wanted those 2 on the first page because of that. And so I did 2 photos one page, 4 on the other. And here I'm cutting out my paper because I thought it'd be fun to do a little partial border around the photos where it borders 2 edges of the photo. And that's when I was like, okay, this shade of pink of this paper, pretty close to one of my Art X markers. So let's color in those Henderson letters with the acrylic pen. And those things have been such a godsend, just like fixing mistakes because they're opaque. They can go over the Copic marker. It's so great. They're different than Copic marker. They can't blend the same way, but for things like this where it's flat color, or if I just want to draw on top of something, I can. So I've been loving having these. And then you can see how I layered the paper there. And I ended up trimming one of the papers to fit behind the sushi photo because it was a different size. But then I ended up wanting to switch which color was behind that photo and had to cut a new one. But I like the look of this. It was pretty cute. A good way to add in some paper because I don't want to do too much scrapbooky stuff. Like I don't want to add too much bulk to these pages. It helps that I'm only using every second spread, so this book hopefully won't bulk up too much, but I'm probably still going to have to cut out the odd page from the book just to reduce thickness. And so I'm not doing like a solid color paper background like you would in a scrapbook. I'm leaving the white of the paper for the most part on these spreads. Not every spread will be like that necessarily, but I do want most of them to just have the white background, and then I can add bits of colorful paper here and there. And then for this oval, I thought this would be a good place to list some of the like not so exciting activities, or just like, you know, those small ones that I wrote down that are not going to get a photo or an illustration. They're just going to be listed. I was going to list them on this oval. And so I did do that. Here's our little spider friend who appeared. So tiny, so baby, so cute. I set him off to the side and he reappeared later, that sneaky thing. Or it's a different spider, because where there's one baby, there's going to be more babies. So yeah, I colored in the letters, wrote them out using a pink and a black. It looks very red and black, and I just thought it didn't look good on that orange oval. And I was trying to do a shape that I had a stencil for, but I was like, you know what? None of these shapes really work for what I want. So instead, I did this squiggle shape, which I just drew freehand and cut it out. And then I wrote memories at the top and then listed the items. And instead of doing the pink and black, I did pink and white because the white gel pen showed up surprisingly well on this orange. And so that looks a lot cuter, and then I could just paste that in, because when I have big text blocks, it's nice to have it on a piece of color paper here and there so that not every text block is just on the white, because that was the one thing I didn't like about that last page in the Palm Springs spread, is that all that text was just on white. And I could probably still try to cover that up with paper, but I might just leave it. Your spider bro, he's back. And yeah, I was writing in more captions for the photos, just some shorter blurbs. Some things get longer blurbs, some get shorter. And then I'm gluing the pictures down onto the paper. And this is where I'm like, oh yeah, I was going to get a glue runner because I have some old glue runners. Maybe I don't anymore, but they ran out. And so I need to get some new ones. It's like a whiteout thing, I don't know, like a whiteout tape dispenser, but it's for glue. And that way I don't have to deal with this glue stick and get glue on my fingers. Plus I was trying to lay the photos face down and then add glue to them, but they would shift and then I would get glue on the front of the photo and I was trying to get it off. And so it's kind of messy. So I was like, crap, I forgot to get the glue runners. So I need to do that. I probably should just order some on Amazon, honestly. I figured that's something I should just get in person, but clearly I have not gotten it yet, so I need to just order some online. But sometimes for that small stuff on Amazon, it costs a lot more. Not always, but sometimes for certain items. So we'll see. But I committed to gluing down all the photos because I like to start with just some removable tape on the back. That blue Scotch tape is low tack and is easily removable. So I just use that for initial placement. And then once I want to commit, then I can glue it down. And then that yellow pen I was using, I have these Tsum Tsum pens I totally forgot I had. So they have a brush nib on one side because they're like more like markers. And then there's the fine tip on the other side, which is great for writing. But this yellowish orange color, the fine tip was running out of ink somehow. Because I don't know if they have a shared barrel on the inside. I just store them laying down. So I don't know why one side would be dry, wouldn't be. I don't know. But the little side handy for writing was drying out. And so I had to go over the letters multiple times just to get it dark enough. And then even that stopped working. So I had to start writing with the brush tip, which is a bit difficult and it looks a little silly, but we made it work. And it's making me realize I want a giant set of ink pens, kind of felt tip. Like I've got some. I have Sharpie pens. I've got multiple varieties of pens like that, but I need more colors because all my sets are just basic, maybe like basic 8 colors. I've got a black, I've got a purple, I've got a pink, but I want multiple pinks, I want multiple purples, because I was even looking at some of my pens. I was trying to use different colors that I didn't use in the Palm Springs spread, but it's like, okay, I used the green, the blue, like the lighter blue, red, yellow. Did I use red? I don't know. There was yellow. I used quite a few colors. So I was like, I just have these exact same pen colors to use for this spread. And so I need to get like a big set with tons of colors, which I can't believe I'm saying because I feel like I have so many pens. I just don't have the color variety. So yeah. Anyway, here I'm illustrating Batman eating the shoe. And next to it, there's a sticker of a kitty playing with something. And I tried to peel that up because I was going to move it lower so it was more between the two photos instead of overlapping with a photo. I do like overlap, but I had a weird gap there that I was trying to fill. But when I tried to peel up the sticker, it was starting to rip because I had already stuck it down for a while. Sometimes stickers are easier to lift if you've just stuck them down. You can peel them up, but it was there for a while and I couldn't lift it. It was ripping a bit. So I just left them there and ended up adding a little squiggle under the sticker. And then for Batman eating the shoe, I had to redraw it because the way I was drawing it at first, I realized was maybe not the best way to go about it and it looked like the shoe was digging into his neck. So I redid it because I wanted him biting the proper part of the shoe that he did in real life. So I sketched that in and inked it, and I wanted to wait for the ink to fully dry before I erase over it so it doesn't smudge. So then I got started on the next illustration, which is the Nausicaa illustration. If I'm saying that correctly, we watched the Japanese dub and they pronounce it like Naushka. If I remember correctly, something like that, Naushka. But I've always thought of it as being Nausicaa, so I'm not sure. I just say Nausicaa, but I haven't seen the English version. I hadn't seen that movie at all before until seeing it there, so that was really fun. We went out for pizza and then went and watched the movie. Although that theater was so cold, I was freezing because I'm in like summer attire because it's really hot there. That's the thing about going to really hot destinations is, at least that I've noticed in the US, is it's so hot outside, but then they have the AC absolutely blasting indoors to the point where I need pants and a sweater. And I'm like, come on, like we're all in our summer clothes. You don't need the AC to be that cold. I don't know how the locals do it. I don't understand. So I was so cold. I pulled my arms into my t-shirt and I was still freezing. And that's like one of the main things I remember watching the movie is how cold it was. But it was a really good movie. And her little pet thingy, Teto. So cute. Reminded me of Kiki the whole time. And especially because the name Teto, like when I talking to the kitties and I call them like little baby or something, but I say it in baby speak. So little sounds more like dedo, which sounds like Teto a lot. And I don't know. I was just thinking of the kitties the whole time. Such a little cutie. Um, and this was just giving me flashbacks to like my early YouTube days, drawing some anime stuff the whole time. So that's that. And then I filled in the text with brown because I wasn't sure what to do because I had some pink text next to it for the Batman shoe thing. And then I had the orange text right above it where it says Nevada. So I wasn't sure what to do. And then I thought, well, there is the brown outline for the Henderson text because I was maybe going to go light blue because there are some blues in the photos and whatnot. Although her outfit is also blue. Maybe that'd be too much blue on blue. But ultimately, I chose the brown because we have that brown outline and then there's not the brown anywhere else. So I did that, and then I could erase the lines. Like when I do text and stuff, I write it out in pencil and I try to be light-handed, but I feel like I'm still too heavy-handed with it. So then I erase it so it's barely visible, and then I use my ink pens because sometimes you can see the pencil underneath the ink and it won't be erasable once the ink is over it. So I try to lighten the pencil as much as possible before I do the writing on top. So I could do the full erasing. And then with Batman, I wasn't really sure how to color it because he's a black cat and my shoe was also black. And so it was black on black. And I decided to use neutral grays for Batman and then warm grays for the shoe. Although in hindsight, I wish I just made the shoe like pink or orange or something, one of the colors of the color scheme. I was trying to make it a little more accurate to real life, but it just looks a little silly and doesn't match the color scheme as well. So maybe should have changed that, especially because the stickers I had to go along with this were also black. So we could have added a little bit of extra color in there by making the shoe a different color. It didn't have to exactly match real life, you know? And then the one thing I couldn't fit in here was the knife sticker because I wanted the knife stabbing into the shoe. But because of the writing from the Nausicaa stuff, I didn't have room for the knife. So we didn't add the knife, but we added the two stickers, the chew and the bad to the bone. And then I started coloring in the Nausicaa illustration. And I just did like simple coloring style for both of these. It's like flat color with a bit of shadow. That's really it. It's not even really blended. It's mostly cell shading. And then for her outfit, I colored it in the wrong color at first because I had some Google images up, but she has multiple blue outfits in the movie and I confused it with another one where it's a lighter blue and is almost slightly greenish blue, a little bit minty, sort of. So I colored it in like that, and then I was looking at more photos, and I was like, wait a minute. It's a darker blue for this particular outfit. It kind of looks different depending what photo you're looking at, but it's darker blue. So I did update that later. Maybe didn't go dark enough, but that's the beauty of having to darken a color is you can because it'll cover the color. If I had to lighten it, that would be a problem. But if you're just darkening it, you can just color right on top, especially if it's a similar color. So I got done the 2 pages, but there is a 3rd page for the trip with like the video games, the MILF Manor, that kind of thing. That's going to be behind this page, so it is going to be 3 pages total, but I don't have time to get that done for this vlog, so you'll see the rest of the art journaling in another video. But we have 2 pages done. 2 pages done. And then to fill that odd page, I don't know, I'll look at what I want to do next in the spread and plan it out accordingly. Like the lake trip, do I want to do an odd number of pages for it or do I just want to put in something else random? We'll see. But here's the finished spread, which I think is so cute. I like the color scheme and overall look. It's got a good balance of stickers and whatnot. And I didn't go as heavy on the background details like I did a lot of stars and hearts and stuff on the Palm Springs one, but this one I kept it a little more simple with some lines and dots in sets of 3. So that's how she's looking. It's pretty cute, not too crowded, and that's kind of the style I plan on doing for my art journal spreads. Although who knows what I'll do in the future, how it'll change. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I've added a heart to the eraser, and now for colored line art, I was playing around with it a bit. Like, here's the eraser with some lighter line art, but I think I just like it all being one color, at least for this beige one. Okay, so here we are with the beige one. I do need to save on every single element individually, but